So, a couple of days ago, Jack White dropped a new album, Frozen Charlotte. And honestly, this album cover looks like something that could be featured in, Celebrity Team Deathmatch or something. No idea why. Who's this Andorian on the cover? LOL. They're saying that in chat because I was just having a conversation before hitting record on the Jack White video that I'm a Trekkie before a Star Wars fan. That surprises a lot of people, but Trek before Wars. That's just who I am. It's the man I am. And Benjamin Sisko is the best captain. That's the hill I'm going to die on. But have you gone out of your way to listen to Jack White's new album yet? Guys, I couldn't be more excited about this. Aaron Crimson Raider, the channel editor, when he sent me a message whenever the album came out, and it was like, "You want me to, put this into the fast track?" I said, "Yes, I do. I want you to put that into the fast track. We're gonna listen to it ASAP." And here we are, Mega Wednesday, listening to it ASAP, guys. Have you listened to Jack White's new drop, or are you joining me for a first listen? Are you familiar, or are you raw dogging a first listen? I'm assuming most of us know who Jack White is, lead singer and man behind the White Stripes, Raconteurs. Enough said. Guys, I'm going to hit the play button. Before I do, it's very important to me that you know that you are awesome, that you are valuable, that you are important, that you matter, that you are deserving of love, and that I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It goes a long way to help me out. If you really like what you see, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you, or join us on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Arizona time. These people over here are the best people. Come hang out with us. Come discover music with us. I know I speak for all of us when I say we would love to have you by. Guys, I dated a girl whose brother once made out with Meg White. My lamest claim to fame. No, that's not lame. That's a really cool, bro. Cool story, bro. I love it. And I'm not actually trying to cool story bro you here. I really think that's a nice little anecdote. Thank you for bringing that to the table. G.O.D. in the Broken Ribs. That sounds like a Jack White song. Here we go.
Welcome to the Garden of Eden.
Yo, Poopy McDuty Shizzy. Welcome back, homie. Have you heard the new album yet? What's up, Vinyl Sideshow? Let's find out if it is.
Welcome to the Garden of Eden.
Oh, welcome to the Garden of Eden.
There's nobody here but me and you. So what we're gonna be eating? Microphone check 1 2 1 2.
I love the chugging.
We got a little bass to do the things we need to do now, and it'll sound like this.
Listen to that reverb decay. I want you to pay attention to the reverb decay because you can hear it squeal from the left ear and decay into the right. Like, he's got his dry signal on one ear, decay, and all of his wet effects decaying into the other. It's subtle, but it's like if you aimed his amplifier that way.
Now, and it'll sound like this.
See what I'm talking about?
Welcome to the end of the world.
I love it.
Nobody left but one boy and one girl and one other. But you know we can't live like a sister and a brother. They're gonna make you a mother now.
Reminds me of Joe Walsh guitar playing a bit from James Gang era.
This is called River Rouge. And the third of the rivers is called the Strait. And I gotta get out, gotta find a way to eat the fruit from the tree of fate. I bet it tastes like this.
I thought we were listening to Jack White, not Jack Brown.
All the little things like where we came from, or where we're gonna go, and I for one am one who doesn't know, but so what? What's up? Join the club now if you can. Johnny begot Sam, Polly begot Pam. Tell me now, do we got fam? One by one, everyone moving on with the plan.
Listen to that bass. I imagine that's from his custom Fender amp he released not too long ago as 2 channels and 2 speakers, and I'm pretty sure you can make it so that the reverb is only on one of those channels. So you could mic both speakers separately and get a reverb in one. So kind of like what the old jazz rivets were doing, right? Similar to that. Would that be similar? Because I feel like people were doing that with those. He also has a custom a custom Fender guitar, but I don't know if he's got like an onboard effects unit that he's got like a clean dry, or like a, maybe he is running a wet dry wet system. That seems to be what might be happening in my head.
Watch me walk, then I stroll, and it's your telephone talk. Then you scroll, and it's watch me rock. Then I roll, baby, and it's let me out, let me out, let me shout. Woo! Right from my soul with salt and coal. Now listen to me roll with it.
This is just a rock and roll album. I love it.
Ring that bell, then ring your neck. Write yourself a dime novel, and then write yourself a check. Send yourself to hell in a...
You probably, Elf Lady, also know the song "Steady as She Goes." That's one of the biggest ones. Yeah, I mean, you probably that's a Raconteurs song. You probably know "Fell in Love with a Girl." You probably know "The Hardest Button to Button." You probably know "Blue Orchid." There's a lot of songs from them that you probably know that you don't realize you know. They have one, kind of some of those, like, yes, they already decided that they did know Seven Nation Army, but Iggy Thump, yeah, that's another one that's probably, yeah. I think we're all on the same page here. Even if you didn't know all of them, you at least knew Seven Nation Army. It's a global song.
Basket, now what the heck? I'm a penny dreadful and the frozen Charlotte, and I need some more sense.
I have such a massive respect for his guitar playing.
Well, it's the beginning of the world now, and there's nobody left but one boy and one girl. Now, let's start again. Let's do it again now. Let's start again. Yeah. Let's do it all over again.
So, I want to say, when I was in college, this documentary came out called "It Might Get Loud," and I need you to promise me, if you're on the live show watching right now, that you'll watch it when we leave today. And if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't seen the documentary "It Might Get Loud," I need you to do everything in your power to go out of your way to watch it. It's a conversation between Jack White, the Edge of U2, and Jimmy Page. And they sit and just talk about the electric guitar, things where they came up with some of their biggest riffs, inspiration behind their tone. They each kind of jam with each other on, the big riffs that they came up with. It is one of the most fantastic documentaries the world of music has. It really is a shining light in music documentary. And then at the very end, they all play "The Weight" together by the band. And they're just the three of them playing an acoustic guitar. It's so cool. And Jack literally is one of the highlights, if not the highlight of that whole thing. Like, and you would think it would be Jimmy Page, but you can tell that both Jack and Jim and Edge are both kind of in awe and trying not to be of Jimmy. You can tell that they all have deep respect for the other guys because they all do very different things from one another. I need you guys to check that documentary out. It's so worth your time. And it gave me a big respect for Jack's guitar playing. And I watched that in 2009, 2010, somewhere in there. And it's been a documentary I've continuously returned to. There's just always such a good nugget in there. And even just the inspiration of hearing dudes on that level converse. There's so much to, kind of gather, take in through osmosis even. Derecho de Monaco. Is this like a ring mod kind of deal?
Looks like you started
Just a subtle ring mod?
something that you cannot finish. Yeah, you started something that you cannot finish.
Ba-da-da-down.
Looks
Wow,
like
wow,
you
no.
need to buy some more time. I think you need a couple more minutes. Well, I came to you on the back of a twister stone. Yeah, I came to you on the back of a twister stone. Yeah.
To the conversation, Waterspark, about the Edge being in that documentary. I don't think he was out of place. I think he represents the far opposite end of the spectrum of guitar playing to the other two. Like, I think Jack is kind of in the middle, utilizing effect units, but also riff-oriented rock play. I think the Edge is the pioneer of guitar playing, no matter how you want to look at it, dude. I think that his utilization of effect units changed the game for so many people. And even if he isn't a virtuosic guitar player in the sense that he can do what Jimmy or Jack does with riffs, scales, whatever, he innovated in a way that neither of the other two did. And the reason he deserves to be there, it would be like saying Rodney Mullen doesn't doesn't deserve to be at the conversation of skateboarding with like Tony Hawk and Bam. Not Bam. I'm saying, or like vert skaters, like guys that are really gnarly vert skaters don't, those guys are skateboarders, not Rodney Mullen, So I think that they do different kind of skateboarding entirely, right? It doesn't make what one does less relevant. It's just different. I think it's a very comparable thing with guitar playing. While they're different, it's just simply that they're different. Yngwie and Jeff Beck play very differently, but they're both great.
You know I got something up my sleeve. I got your help trying to twist my arm.
Is he just yelling into it? No, that's his guitar.
I got a brand new
Oh, I love that.
three-tone custom made. I got a brand new truck.
Jack, in his riff writing, is just amazing. It really is. And it's one of those things where he has moments where he just flies off the charts, goes off the chain, whatever. But a lot of his riffing is just kind of less is more, what feels natural, let it fill space. He has a real sense of pocket to his riff writing. Because Jimmy Page was brought up, a very young Jimmy Page plays on The Who's first single as Who I Can't Explain, but nobody involved remembers if he plays lead rhythm. Is that a ring mod? Because I love the sound, but I can never figure out how to incorporate it in my own work. His overdriven, compressed vocals are so nice. See, some dudes use the ring mod in such an interesting way to get almost an overdriven, yet mega compressed and almost bit crushed sort of sound. Some people will ring mod themselves to like make a solo sound almost like an anti-solo. I know it's used sparingly, right? It's to be used for big moments, like what you hear here, but it's just a hard thing for me to figure out a use case for in my own stuff. And I also, again, you can hear it there in the decay. All of his decays from his amp effects are really hitting your right ear. So he really does have like a true dry tone, and his wet decays are happening in the right ear. It gives you almost a slow circle around your ears vibe where you hear just the dry signal and then the decay. Hang on, I might be able to demonstrate to you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna pull up my guy real quick. The delay thing, or the decay thing. I think that this is going to be a pretty interesting thing to show the headphone crew at any rate, because when you hear what I'm talking about, I don't think you're gonna unhear it. And hang on. Okay, so you can hear me. At least I can hear myself. So, where are we? Okay. So, you hear that? I'm in stereo, so you should be hearing some stereo stuff. I am going to dump... because I'm in parallel, I can take my effect units and I can make all of the stuff I want, all of the effecty stuff, go one way. So you'll notice the way I just did that by panning my dry signal all the way left and my wet signal all the way right, you're hearing my natural guitar strum in the left ear and all of the effects of it hitting the right. So... That's what I'm talking about. And that is 100% what you're hearing him do all over the guitar tones on this album. Get that huge room feel for show. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. But it's such a specific style choice. You know, it really is. It's such a specific thing that unless you've experimented with like parallel guitar effect stuff like that, you don't necessarily even realize it's happening. A lot of times people say like I don't have I'm performing a good ear or something, but there are some sounds that you only learn about through experimentation, and that is exactly one of them. I've been listening to that performance of Cold Little Heart since last night. Top 10 song I found on your street. Dude, hey, thank you for saying that. Yeah, Michael Kiwanuka is amazing. Mel, I love you, and I hope you're having the best day at work. Already have a video up on YouTube there, Life is Short.
It was a kitchen cemetery of roses, but it spotted everlasting appeal. Holy water dripping over the roses, it stood me up as I was starting to kneel. I'm bringing on your radar. It's not fair. I'm shooting up a flare. I'm sending smoke signals through the air. But there's nobody.
Yeah, babe, I'm pretty sure I told you that that Peter Gabriel's song Sledgehammer was about his dick, didn't I? Didn't we? We had that conversation, right? I think. I love his riffs so much.
Say what they want.
Dun, dun,
But I'm
dun.
not going to let you, 'cause I'm tired of messing around.
Yo, peeping, Tom, cruise control. Welcome to the Rooskies. Thank you for the prime. Go to name.
I'm pinging on your radar. It's not fair. I'm shooting up a flare. I'm sending smoke signals through the air. But there's nobody there. No, not at all.
How did we get this noise going from the squeal? Like, it seemed like it was kind of a muted squeal. Yo, thank you for it. Thank you for the sub, man. And W's for the Grey Whale family. That down.
I'm pinging on your radar. It's not fair. I'm shooting up a flare. I'm sending the smoke signals through the air. But there's nobody there. No.
It definitely has a do 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 do. What is that song I'm thinking of that it's reminded me of? Do 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 do. It's not "Take Me Away" by Giz, is it?
Well, if you know me, then you'll never love me. Well, if you know me, then you'll never love me. Well, if you know me, then you'll never love me. Well, if you know me, then you'll never love me.
Do, do, do,
Well, if you
do.
know me, then you'll never love me. Well, if you know me, then you'll never love me.
I'm so impressed with the tone work on his guitar.
I'm shooting up a flare.
thing. That dun 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 dun. It's a Zeppelin song for sure that I'm thinking of. Dun dun dun. He hasn't missed his rock, like the guitar tones, the work that I'm hearing with the wet dry wet system is again what I think is what I'm hearing. I think it's the crunge, could be Carry On My Wayward Son. I don't know. Maybe. Actually. I'm even getting Tom Morello vibes here and there too. I could see that. You know, I think he's so distinctly himself, and his guitar tone is continuously evolved, but kind of in a direction that you always know it's his playing. And I think, like Jack White or like John Mayer, Jack White is one of those guitar players that you can hear him play, and you just hear his voice in the guitar. You know it's him. There's a characteristic to the way he plays that just sounds like a distinct voice, and I think getting that. But also that he has a way to like have kind of that like lo-fi, broken, dirty, rough tape edges, like noise, junk stuff into his riffs, and he keeps it like the feedbacks, the squeals, like the all of it, like the compression fuzz, like all of those things he keeps in it. It adds such a flavor to his playing. I swear there's a ring mod thing happening there too. Hang on. Let me. Do I have the filter? No. Do I have the pitch? I think I have a ring mod kind of thing. Modulation. Yes, an AM ring mod. Okay, here we go. So this is kind of one of those. I'm going to put some real spanky fuzz on. Hang on. You hear the... There's such a... Set the mix to 100. Okay, here. Just... It's definitely a way to brown your sound up, okay? So when I'm, like, talking... He's got a lot of that ring mod kind of just chomping there. If I put it after, like, you hear it should only end up happening in the... Now it's only happening in the right ear because I hard panned. The ring mod is a very, very, very fun thing to play with, but again, it's a hard thing to dial in and get right. This has been an entire album of him having it dialed. Like, this is, it's so cool to me. I don't know how specific he gets with it. I feel like Jack White is kind of a set it and forget it sort of dude. Like, you don't see him having a whole, like, lot of maneuvering with his rig when he plays. Just thinking out loud, he kind of likes the junk grit sounds. It's got like a warble to it, though, as well. Sometimes I do feel like he writes lyrics that don't necessarily tell his perspective so much as like serve instrumental purpose, because like Jack seems like a guy that writes to the vowel a lot. Like he comes up with the riff and then sees what sounds comes out of his mouth and fills it in from there, which is awesome. His guitar work on this album so much. It's got like a little bit of a vibe to it too. Like listen to the wet sound. Like it's got like a vibe, like a wow 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 decay in the right ear there. It like so the reverb decay seems to be pulsating. Clean bass chug right there. Tremverb. Bow bow now. Like an auto phaser kind of thing. His use of just big wet signals while still keeping such a dry, punchy, driven, fuzzy tone has just been nice. Like you do get some pretty cool junk when you combine fuzz and reverbs, and that he's got them not saturated to the point that you can't hear the true sound, but it's like on one side it's nothing but wet, on one side it's nothing but dry, and it almost feels like he's got an amp at your left side but in front of you shooting its signals this way. Instead of like facing the crowd, the sound is just traveling differently, and I'm loving it. I gotta run an ad, and then we're gonna come back in and get to You'll Never Fix Me. Be right back. Okay, we are back. I slammed so much watermelon just now. I'm like still swallowing it. I covered it in tahini. Mel might be a little upset when she gets home and there's no more watermelon left, but I really enjoyed it. You'll never fix me. That's apropos.
So long, I'm gone. So long, so long, so long. So long, I'm gone.
Got a punk rock vibe. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Part of me is so happy that I had the ability to on the fly recreate the tone concept for you guys of the wet dry signal, or well, in this case, the dry wet signal. But I'm so happy that I just had everything plugged in with the ability to just move two knobs to show you what I was talking about, because it really does define the tone of the guitar in this album to me. And to be able to point that out, because a lot of people don't know what it is unless you have the ability to say, this is it this way, and this is it this way. This album gave me the ability to do that, and you don't know how exciting that makes me as like a sound guy, that like I just got to share that moment with you guys. Because if you're wearing headphones, that makes the difference, and you can understand what it is I'm talking about. Guy strums guitar in this ear. The echo of the guitar strumming goes off in this ear. A lot of people don't know how to put that into context unless it's explained. So again, thank you. This was such a great educational moment for a concept I try really hard to share with people. That unless you don't know much, about guitar stuff, it's hard to miss, or it's easy to miss. Definitely on the high pitch, on the high octave lead. That. Is he calling himself a turkey? In a lot of ways, it does remind. Sometimes, I think conceptually, his voice is like the lead guitar part when he's singing, while his guitar pulls rhythm. But then, it's like his voice and his guitar trade what is playing lead, and I like that. He's got such a unique voice that is it sounds like it's overdriven. It sounds like it's compressed. It sounds like it's kind of getting put through a pretty harsh compressor with a lot of a fast attack. And it's such a distinct sound, but it punches through a mix.
Fix me.
It also sounds like there's a polyphonic octave generator, a POG, as guitar players would call it, putting in a lower octave on this lead part, and that's how you're getting that da-da-down-down-down. That. This album is just not missing. Take a shot and you'll miss. Yes, you're confused, but don't worry yourself. I'll tell you why, 'cause nobody knows. The album is not missing. Take a shot and you'll miss me. And you'll miss Lamau. Hey, you know, Jarvis, sorry, not Jarvis. I know better. You know, true. Nobody knows. I'll tell you why, 'cause nobody knows. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Auto beams fly and engines die. Nobody knows. Why the heart stop before they even try? Nobody knows. Well, it must be a human ego. They can't act like they don't know. Here I'm confused and I bet it shows. But don't worry, nobody knows. What makes gravity pull you to me? Nobody knows. He had a, so it seems like it was a, so he has a drummer, he has a bass player, he's got an organ player, and he's on lead guitar. Okay, so there's a percussionist as well. And a backing vocalist. Okay, I was about to say, it seems like he's got a pretty minimal band. I love it. Nobody knows. From the Neanderthals to the dinosaurs, nobody knows. Are the Homo sapiens the future aliens? Nobody knows. Well, it must be a human ego. They can't act like they don't know. Well, I'm confused and I bet it shows. But don't worry yourself, 'cause nobody knows. I think that there's something primitive to me about, as a guitar player, about hearing stuff like this, because before I had like delay pedals and reverb pedals, and before I realized like what, you know, what the difference between running in sequence and parallel was, and before I like washed myself out, like I had one reverb pedal as my first guitar pedal, but I was playing that through like a distorted amplifier. Like the distorted amplifier came first, so I was always really trying to make like big, chunky rock and roll guitar sounds. That was what I did before I tried to become like an ambient, you know, use case guitar player, or at least before I had those tricks in my bag. So this big, chunky guitar tone concept just feels so primitive, so true to rock and roll. And I think a lot of guitar players, similar to me, like, you know, when I started playing electric guitar, like I can remember hearing, you know, Basket Case and just that intro and wanting to be able to do that. And that was very riff and rock to me. And, you know, in similar ways, I think Jack White kind of has those. He really epitomizes, get a guitar, make a big sound, you know, make your noise, let it come out the way it comes out, and sound as you sound. You know, I love that part of his ethos is just rough and dirty. But don't worry. My first pedal was a Boss RV3, but I not long after that, it got a full tone OCD, and eventually, you know, I realized, oh my goodness, I really love a chonky overdrive. The full tone double barrel. Hang on, I'm not going to go into my old gear. JHS was the double barrel. Forgive me. I've had a lot of gain stages in my day. The organ work is just so nice.
Well, maybe somebody knows. Well,
He plays a modded Telecaster, right?
well, so is God making fun of us. Nobody knows. You and me, Isaac, Alpha, Pythagoras. Nobody knows. I'm starting to feel like this has nothing to do with us. Nobody knows. I'm pulling the rope to stop and hop right off the bus now. I gotta go. Well, it must be a human ego. They can't act like they don't know. Hell, I'm confused and I bet it shows.
What was your first pedal? You know, I'm seeing my chat talk about it. I'm asking the YouTuber-rooskies at this point, because like chat, it's implied that I'm asking you now. What was your first guitar pedal? Boss RV3 was mine. I played it through my first amplifier, which was a Fender Bassman 100. Don't ask how I lucked into that. It's kind of a cool story, but it's a long story for a different day. But when I can remember, I was always just a guy with a Stratocaster and a Fender Bassman 100 that was like gifted to me. And then out of nowhere, I get this RV3, and I'm like, whoa, listen to this. And not long after that, I get the full tone OCD, and then I get an MXR compressor. And those two things combined for my first gain stages ever. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I think I've chased the tone more than I've chased like a dotted eighth delay. You know, I can just dial that in. I can twist knobs and find a reverb I like, but getting the right tone takes hours.
Worry yourself, 'cause nobody knows.
You know, I'm glad the keyboard players are participating in the pedal conversation. I'm glad that, you know, and any musician, what was your first pedal if you got them? I'm not going to discriminate. We all love music here. I'm not going to lie to you, though. My favorite pedal lately has been the Source Audio Encounter. I've been playing that crazy. They sent me one. I'm going to do a video on it later, talking all about my experience with it. I've had such a good time with it. It really did unlock a lot of creativity in me in a time when I really felt like I was kind of dead to, you know, stuck using modelers as in my use case. So yeah, I love that pedal. I have too many good things to say about it, but neither here nor there. Shout out to Source Audio. They didn't pay me to say that part. That's just me really saying thank you. Love the slide. It definitely has the Zeppelin vibes. There's no doubt about it. And if you feel... Is it in the light? In my time of dying, yeah, for sure. Should I mess around? Should I F around and find out? Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I can't do that to Jack White. Yo, Poopy McDuty Shizzy, thank you for the 1,000 tickle biddies. Dude, thank you.
You can't control me unless you know me, and you don't own me unless I owe you. But you don't give a damn about it now. Lend me a hand and shout it. You don't give a damn.
I feel like Ambrose Kenny Smith takes some inspiration from Jack White.
And shout it now.
That is such an interesting use of Southern slide sound meets like psychedelia meets like kind of brown rock and roll. And when I say brown, if you hear me talk about that, that largely comes from Ween and their use of the word, which is effectively calling something like somehow out of place, but in a good way. You know, like dissonant, maybe out either of key or time, but out of place, but in a good way. And if you hear me refer to brown sounds, that's kind of what I'm referring to in this context. But in Jack White's terms, in the slide case, it doesn't sound like a clean slide. You're somehow getting the dry signal, just his guitar with the slide, but also the wet signal, the reverb modulation, like auto phasing, like filtering, all of that stuff in the left ear, and it's such an interesting mix. I can't believe what I'm hearing is the song title.
Backtrack, tick-tock, smack talk. I can't believe what I'm hearing. The first time that I saw him, I had to look away. I thought in eye contact, you had nothing good to say. Had to put my tunnel vision now. So static on the radio.
I almost feel like earlier when I came over here to split the signals, I went hard left and right pan, but I almost feel like this would be closer to like here, to where you're getting closer to centered, not completely centered, but closer to centered, with enough feeling to feel like it's gonna still shoot far right. That's I think probably the better. Hang on. Yep, I'm right. That's right.
What I'm hearing now, and I got nowhere to go, and I need you like a horse needs shoes. So before you choose something, hear me out. I'm wild and loose, I'm off track, but I need a caboose now. Go straighten in my train now.
I love that part. This might be my favorite one.
Judge is gonna ask the jury. Got a verdict in place. Got the guts to say guilty with a straight face. And as they call me away now, will you never try? It must be nice to decide between spreading truth and lies. And I need you
double-tracked vocals left and right. In there. That crybaby thing. I loved that lead. Mike's, thank you for the Prime sub. Amazon only gives you one of those. You gave yours to me. I very much appreciate it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is hitting so hard. This is such a pure rock and roll album. But I cannot get past how distinct his guitar tone choice is. I can't think of too many other recording artists that are so guitar forward that have approached their guitar tone in this way. This is a very, very, very specific mix, right? And to be able to kind of catch on to what it is fun, but I really think that Jack White is the kind of guitar player that because he did this, it's going to make it okay for other guitar players to do it too. I really think you give this a year and a half and you're going to hear a whole lot of guitar players tracking their guitars this way. I'm not kidding. I really think that that's going to be a thing. Kind of a Mahavishnu orchestra entrance there, huh? Like, you know what's funny though is I'm pretty sure. Well, no, I mean this feels like it's right out of Mahavishnu Orchestra's playbook. Like especially the interplay with the bass and the guitar. Who's on bass for this? Between Dominic and Jack in this case, they really do have like a Mahavishnu vibe. It gives me John McLaughlin, definitely. Is there a good... Listen to the harmony coming in. Maybe now there's also a guitar harmony. I don't know. But between the organ and Jack. It's very subtle, but listen for it. Just like the fog between the leaves. We will fulfill each other's needs, cause we're thick as thieves. This is definitely the most jazz fusion of the whole lot we've heard so far. I will receive and concede to help you too. Your gentle hands will take the wheel, as must the give fingers steel. And we would surely not betray, as long as no I've never heard of Ty. Oh, I've never listened to Ty. Just like the fall between the leaves, we will fulfill each other's needs, cause we're thick as thieves. Yo, Coffee, thank you for the 100 tickle biddies. I think that's both a wah pedal and a whammy pedal at the same time, and that's how he's getting that growlery sound. Trey Anastasio does something like that to get that kind of wah, wah, wah sound. He also uses a synthesizer pedal sometime to get the really rumbly, growlery sound. But this, I think he's getting that growler sound with the Digitech whammy and a wah pedal. Maybe a crybaby wah? Thick as Thieves. Best song on the album. Best song on the album, without question. No doubt about it. That to me, I'm going to say, so far, that has been it. The second song I've called my favorite, that's been it. Yo, Mike, thank you for the 420 tig old biddies. Dang, man. I appreciate the heck out of that. You guys, all alone again. Well, not everything's going to be for you, love, but thank you for giving Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel a try. Definitely a southern put, like southern earnesty to it. Earnestness to it. Are you seriously at work right now having an ice cream party, watching your husband on Twitch listen to Jack White? Really? Mel, what kind of job do you have? Didn't you meditate last week together? It's not Jenny. So, oh God, they forbid they don't get you the fanciest ice cream. Tricks on me. To find a needle in a haystack, well, it's pretty easy. You just burn down the haystack and then you'll find what you need. I never thought about that. To find a needle in a haystack, it's pretty easy. You just burn down the haystack. I've never even considered that until this moment. Has any of you considered that? Pretty easy. You just burn down that would lead you right to it. There ain't no obstacles that are stronger than greed. Well, folks will say they need you and they hug you when they greet you. But we're all alone. We're all alone again. Left ear. Well, if you need the hay, you don't want it all needly.
That means someone has to write. You wanna be a lover, but you always end up in a fight. We were born under a blue sky, but we've been alone since the day that we came home. Where your family says they love you and put nothing else above you, but we're all alone. We're still all alone again.
There ain't no obstacles that are stronger than greed. If that is not one of the wisest things any human being has ever said, I don't know what is. Because it's true. It's absolutely yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, they say they want you and lay blessings all upon you, but you're still alone. Yeah, you're still alone. We are all alone together, ain't it true?
So what do you think is up with Skeletor here? You know? What do you think that there's any kind of significance to it? Like, seems like Skeletor kind of took dude's head off and occupied his body. I don't know. I'm really sad that this album is coming to an end. We have 3 songs to go. Let's see, guys, if you're listening to it for the first time with me live, you got to let me know, how is it hitting you? How do you like it? And at the very end, do you think it'll stick the landing? Let's check this out going into She's in a Frenzy. His voice starts here and echoes that way. Listen to the bell work on the ride. Well, not anymore.
Can you believe the things they're saying? Outright lies that make me want to shout. There's 1,000 ways to ignite these fires, but I only know one way to put them out. She's in a frenzy, a frenzy. Oh yeah, oh yeah. She's in a frenzy, a frenzy.
I really like this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm so filled with jealousy that I can't see what is true, and I know it just wouldn't work for me if
Listen to the drum work.
you do.
I'm really digging this album.
If I need her,
It's just so rock and roll. Music needed it.
and if I need her, I will be down of a fever. If I leave her, if I leave her, can you believe the energy she wasted on the kitchen floor? She's a tempest in a coffee cup, and I'm jealous of the freedom I've ignored.
Is that a pog? No, whammy. Dude.
She's in a frenzy, a frenzy. She's in a frenzy, frenzy.
It seems like it's fading into another one. Yup. Transitions. Love it. Making contact. I love a transition. A frozen Charlotte is a miniature porcelain doll. That's a frozen Charlotte. His head is to the side. Got it. Okay. So my mom collects like precious moments. Like those kinds of things. So it's like a knick-knack or a thing. How, right?
Feeling content, making content, breaking content.
Definitely got a brown to this. Frozen Charlottes are Victorian. Got it.
Tell the world they shouldn't care about salmonella, and you can catch it and still deny it. Start a lying, make sure other people buy it.
Yeah, he's pointing fingers here.
Start a lying, make sure other people buy it. Have the computer be my ears and eyes. So many numbers to memorize. Too many brain cells to hypnotize. The cells are dead, but I'm feeling alive.
He is absolutely calling out the world we live in right now. Holy Jeezy Pete, is he? I know who Frank Black is, yes. I'm not gonna lie to you guys though. I'm 100% right now in this moment of my life feeling very content making content. I feel personally attacked. I and I imagine Jack White would be really cool with me and kind of laugh with me at like what he might consider a necessary evil for YouTube reactions to be. Because I think he just wants art to speak for itself, and I don't think he necessarily cares a rip about what anybody thinks about it, as long as he likes it, because that's what he made it for. He made it, I think, for his creative expression. And of course he wants his fans to like it, right? But at the end of the day, he's using his creative voice, and I think to him that is most important. So I kind of wrestle with whether or not I think Jack White would be like a fan of the show, so to speak. But I obviously, because I'm not like a label thing, like nobody pays me to do this, but like the platforms I upload to. So like I've never taken payola to listen to music. So like I feel like he would kind of respect that. I don't know that he would always share the same take, but I also think he would just say like the music should speak for itself. So I think potentially he might view what I do as like redundant. I don't know, but I don't want to speak for him either. I could be totally wrong, and who knows? Maybe I don't know. But all of that to full circle moment back to say I'm feeling very content making content right now. And maybe that's the thing that I think Jack would dislike the most, is that this is currently a moment of content. Now, let's be real. I do view what I do a little differently than most people because I've got a lot of true personal skin in the game. Like I very much view this as my own art form, and that I'm very open about my life on here. I'm very open about my feelings, about my past, about my struggles, about my state of being as a human. I invest a lot of my personal self into this in a way that I don't think is content creation, in a way that I see as a video journal, like in a way I see as me sharing my thoughts and feelings in an artistic way. And that artistic way just happens through like the medium of a YouTube and Twitch show, where I communicate live with people. I hear what you have to say. You hear what I have to say. We have a conversation. I walk away with a different perspective because of you guys and your interaction in my life. And, I pray, take something good out of what it is you hear me say, and, listen, and, maybe you find some good songs along the way. I hope I've spoken some positivity and hope into your life. I aspire for that to be the case. And in those ways, I don't feel like this is just content. And I did it way before it was something I was getting paid to do, just for the love of it, right? So there's a massive layer of passion to me in this as well. So again, I think if you start splitting hairs, you can confuse passion and art and content. And at the end of the day, Jack White dropped an album that we're listening to on Tidal, right? Like, that's not content, right? I don't know. Just my 2 cents on the matter. I don't know. It's more like crowdsourced therapy. Yeah, for sure.
Making conflict.
I meant to hit the like button. I just was on a diatribe there. Neighbors Blues. Does this stick the landing, guys? This has been an immaculate album. Jack did not miss here. I wasn't a fan of all of his work. I'm not going to lie. Like, all of his solo work, I haven't been the biggest fan of. Sometimes I feel like he leans a little too much into him being artsy. Tidal. Tidal. That's what it is. Tidal. That's the listening platform I'm on. Anyway, Neighbors Blues. Here we go. That's a really long decay reverb. I don't think it's a delay. I think that's like a full hall reverb all spilled into the right. I don't think it's delay. I think it's really just a massive, massive pre-delay. Tone dudes, tell me if I'm right or wrong. This album you need headphones for. He feels sorry for me, living on my own. Got so many problems that my neighbors think they can't fix. And I ain't got none problems that my neighbors think they cannot fix. I like the 12-bar blues here at the end. So they can get their licks. I'm gonna get some of my own. You want to know interesting subtext to that question, Bor? This is a funny thing. Mel and I go on walks together, and we were on a walk, I want to say a couple of weeks ago, and she called me out, but she was... her sister's name is Allie, but Mel calls her sister Al. And so we were talking about her sister, and she went to talk to me and refer to me, but she called me Al. And when she did it, I called her Betty immediately, and it was just a big random moment of laughter. And yes, we call each other Betty and Al pretty frequently. Just interesting subtext to my life. Yes, Mel and I pretty frequently call one another Betty and Al. That's the JHS delay pedal on the vocals. Oh! Mel was listening. I love that. Okay, so she can confirm. She can confirm. That's such an interesting slide tone. Neighbors, 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 neighbors. It feels like he's yelling into his guitar. When I did my one particular demo of the Encounter, I yelled into the pickup and I got that similar sound. But I think I actually said, "Hey, Donnie," is specifically what I shouted into the pickup. And I got a big "Hey, Donnie" delay.
Neighbors, never have nothing good to say. Neighbors, never have anything to say. Always got some kind of opinion brewing. Always playing games I don't wanna play.
It's just so good to see real riff rock like existing in the world today, and you know, I feel like he's got a name that's big enough to inspire at least some people to try to pick up a guitar and start writing riffs again.
I don't wanna play.
Little minor scale action there. Is this just triple minor 12-bar blues? Is this like A minor, D minor, and E minor? Almost like a "The Thrill Is Gone" sort of vibe.
Don't wanna say not in my backyard. They say I know
Thrill is gone.
just not in my backyard. You make one mistake and you're dead, and on your grave, 3 roosters standing guard.
Yeah, this is 100% triple minor chord 12-bar blues. It screams B.B. King influence to me in the best way possible.
But
it's got sludge all over it in the best way. His guitar is gently weeping. I don't know, guys. I think his guitar started gently weeping there for a moment. Okay, it ended on 5 seconds of dead air, but you never know. You have to let it play out just in case he had like a thing at the end, and I hope I jump scared you. Guys, this album was tremendous. I really, really, really liked it. This was rock and roll in a time where we need rock and roll. The guitar work was so fun to dig into. I'm so excited to continue to listen in on it and kind of pick apart. I'm kind of excited to jam along with it. I think to me, it's very much like easy to kind of jump and play in the band with. I'm a fan. I am fan. Guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best. And until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. Goodbye.